Deep to right. Hey! Willie Smith goes forward. He sets it out. Holy cow! Cubs win.
There's a swinging and drive. That ball carrying. Tie game.
Well, as we all know, spring has sprung early around Chicago. But today marks the official opening of spring, maybe the opening of summer, if you want to put it that way. Under sun-splashed skies on the north side of Chicago, it's time for baseball. And next year is indeed here on WGN. And a pleasant good afternoon from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Dan Roan, my pleasure to be with you again for the 65th year of Chicago Cubs baseball here on WGN. The sun is shining. The guys are ready to go. It's the Cubs and the Nationals. We'll get to all those specifics in just a second. But right now we want to talk to a couple of special guests who stopped by to say hello to us. The Senator from Illinois, Mr. Dick Durbin, and Fred Upton, Congressman from the 6th District in Michigan. Guys, always great to see you at the ballpark.
Is there a better place to be, a better day of the year? Opening day at Wrigley Field with the sun shining? This is perfect.
Well, Fred, we were just talking about last year when it poured down rain. A far cry from that today.
It was awful, but, you know, daylight savings time, it helps. You know, spring is here, and, you know, talked to my farmers this morning. As long as it doesn't freeze, we're in good shape.
Well, as you guys know, we're revamping here on the north side. What do you think of what's happened so far?
I think it was the right decision, you know, and it remains to be seen whether it works out. But I like the new management team. I like Epstein. You got to love a person who delivered the World Series twice for the Red Sox. And I think we've got a good team coming together here. Interesting facing the Nationals here. Strasburg's return and a downstater, Jason Worth from the Springfield-Chatham area. Part of the Schofield family, grew up in Springfield, my hometown. So be some interesting player matchups on the field.
There sure will be. I went to college with his parents down at Illinois State. Fred, what do you think of what's going on here?
Well, I'm glad the wind is blowing in today. I'm going to miss Sean Marshall. Dick and I were talking about that earlier, but, you know, hey, it's opening day. You can't beat it.
You really can't. Guys, thanks so much for stopping by. We appreciate it. Always great to see you and have a great time today.
Good to be with you.
All right, we'll continue with more from Wrigley Field. You're watching Cubs Baseball 2012 on WGN.
Next Year is Here is brought to you by Budweiser, the official beer of the first inning. Great times are on deck. Grab some buds. Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. Ford, manufacturers of more fuel-efficient vehicles than any other brand. Check them out at your local Ford store or online at localfordstores.com. The Illinois Lottery. Do you believe in the power of possibility? The Illinois Lottery. Anything's possible. And by Captain Morgan. Raise your glass, always in moderation, to life, love, and loot.
The verdict is in, America. There's a lot of mother lovers out there.
No.
Yes. You've tweeted.
I like you.
You've posted.
They love me.
And you've watched HIMYM on WGNA.
That's just awesome.
With fans this amazing, we'd just like to say...
Thank you!
Watch How I Met Your Mother and meet at McLaren's to join the legendary conversation.
Have you applied for Social Security disability? If you have, you've probably been denied. Most applications are, and few people realize that a lawyer can help. We know what you're going through, and we know how badly you need the money you deserve, especially in these tough economic times. Having a lawyer on your side means getting help with the whole process and getting the answers and help you and your family need. And you don't pay us a penny unless we get money for you. Denied SSD benefits? Pick up the phone and let us help you get the money you deserve.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Do you have breathing problems like asthma, chronic bronchitis, emphysema, or COPD? Then you may qualify for Medicare coverage of your respiratory medications. To see if you qualify, call Med4Home. Med4Home is a specialty pharmacy. They offer a wide variety of respiratory medications, which may be covered under your Medicare Part B benefits. Let Med4Home's team of experts work for you. They'll work directly with your doctor. They'll deliver right to your home and call you monthly for refills and to see how you're doing. Best of all, they'll handle the Medicare paperwork for you. It's so easy. And if you have supplemental insurance, there may be little or no out-of-pocket expense. Let Med4 Home's team of experts work for you. Call Med4 Home now to see if you qualify. For more information, call 1-800-572-6507. That's 1-800-572-6507.
We're cracking down on Medicare fraud.
The health care law gives us powerful tools to fight it,
To investigate it,
prosecute it,
and stop criminals.
Our senior Medicare Patrol volunteers
are teaching seniors across the country
to stop, spot, and report fraud.
You can help.
Guard your Medicare card.
Don't give out your card number over the phone.
Call to report any suspected fraud.
We're cracking down on Medicare fraud.
Let's make Medicare stronger for all of us.
Welcome back to Wrigley Field, where so much is new for 2012. Not only management, players, etc., but some new features in the ballpark as well. The Budweiser patio and the new LED board out there. And I've got to tell you, I know some people thought that might not be a great idea, but really it's fit in very well and looked like it's been here forever. So another feature here at Wrigley Field for the fans to enjoy as we get set for baseball 2012. And speaking of new, there's a new manager in the dugout. Dale Swaim comes in from Milwaukee, has run a very tight, very workmanlike training camp out in Arizona, and now ready to get things going. Earlier today, he spoke with Len Casper about what to expect here in 2012.
Dan, thanks very much. Dale Swaim from the third base dugout. A little different vantage point over here than across the way, huh?
Yeah, it is. You know, I almost have to like come over here and scout out where I'm going to stand and how I'm going to give the signs to Pat down on third base. So it's definitely a different perspective coming over here. You know, all the years coming in and being in that first base dugout is completely different.
You've been doing this for a long, long time in professional baseball, forever. But did you wake up with some butterflies today?
You know, I can't say that I woke up that way, but you know, I know what it's going to be like here. You know, when everybody's getting announced and the game's getting ready to start. You know, and I think no matter what we do, I think you're always, you know, having butterflies, no matter if you're playing or coaching or managing. I think it's just part of the game. I think when you stop having them, it's time to do something else.
I think everybody who watched this team throughout spring training was impressed by the work habits. It was a very efficiently run camp. Is it a challenge to maintain that once you start the regular season, to try to get extra work in before games, especially all the day games here?
Well, you know, like I said yesterday to him, you know, there's no difference here now. We're just leaving spring training. Actually, you probably get a little more sleep with all these day games. You know, so there shouldn't be any difference. We've put ourselves in a spot where we're accustomed to it now with spring training, getting up early, getting on the field at, you know, 9:30 every morning. Like I said, here we're going to be on the field an hour later. So it shouldn't be any different. You know, but we will do a little bit more extra work on the road when we have a lot more night games to do PFPs and you know, outfielders throwing. So, you know, they know that going in. It won't be punishment or anything like that. It's just, you know, it's just where you have to get the extra work is going to be on the road.
Last thing, I know you want results. That's ultimately the goal, but what do you require? What do you need to see? What do you want to see from this team on a day-in, day-out basis?
Well, I think just aggressiveness. You know, whether you're winning or losing, you know, just be aggressive and make aggressive mistakes if you're going to make mistakes. The one thing I don't like is passiveness and passive-aggressive, whether it's a play, whether you're playing defense. You know, it's like anybody. You should want to make plays. You should want to make great plays, and sometimes they turn into you know, not so good of plays. But you know, if you're afraid to make mistakes, you're going to make a lot more mistakes than be passive. I think you're just going to be better off if you just kind of have that, you know, go get them attitude and see what happens.
Dale Swaim and his staff set the building blocks in place during the spring. We'll see how it plays out as we head towards summer. Opening day coming up this afternoon on WGN, and back with more from Wrigley in a moment.
Have you or a loved one had surgery to repair a pelvic organ prolapse? If so, then please listen. Serious complications can arise when the mesh implant used in procedures like yours malfunctions or deteriorates. Symptoms include pelvic pain or inflammation, vaginal wall erosion or bleeding, pain during intercourse, serious infection, urinary problems, and even a recurrence of your prolapse. If you've experienced any of these symptoms and your injuries have been caused by a faulty or deteriorated mesh implant, you may be entitled to substantial compensation beyond your medical bills. Call now to find out more.
Attention Medicare patients with diabetes. If you want a better experience getting diabetic supplies or your current supplier keeps changing your brand, call Nations Health today.
This is one of the most important tools you'll ever use to manage your diabetes. That's why I've teamed up with one of the best in the business, Nations Health. They bring people with diabetes a simple and easy way to receive their testing supplies delivered right to their door. If you call and enroll now, you will receive this barometer at no charge. The barometer requires no coding, a very small blood sample, and is quick. Like me, 5 seconds to get your results. It's important to have good people in your corner. That's why I want you to call Nations Health today.
Enroll today for your free Bear Contour meter, and you'll also become a member of our hassle-free Healthy Living program. With every delivery, you'll receive free alcohol prep pads and a different diabetes care item, such as foot files, cookbooks, and much more. Supplies are limited, so act now. Call Nations Health today at 1-800-544-2107. That's 1-800-544-2107.
Attention, the blood-thinning drug Pradaxa has been linked to internal bleeding and strokes.
If you took Pradaxa and then suffered from internal bleeding or a stroke, call the Goldwater Law Firm.
If you or a loved one took this drug and were injured, call us right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation.
If you or a loved one took Pradaxa and then suffered serious internal bleeding, a stroke, or even died, call 1-800-735-9000. That's 1-800-735-9000.
It's time to get going. To put more giddy up in our get along, it's time to start gelling with Dr. Scholl's and mix a little more hop in our hip hop. With the energizing support and cushioning of Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles, you'll want to get up and go.
I know you don't know what this means, but I'm eating eggs again.
I know it means this conversation is disgusting.
30 Rock. Today at 6 East, 3 West on WGN America.
Opening day weather at Wrigley Field. 42 degrees at the moment. The wind blowing from the east-northeast at up to 21 miles an hour. Sunny and clear all day long, but it's going to be a bit chilly, especially in the shaded areas here at the ballpark. So if you're coming out, dress warm for opening day, the Cubs and the Washington Nationals here on WGN. You know, a couple of our friends from Chicago's Best, Ted Brunson and Brittany Payton, are walking around Wrigleyville today doing a little bit of what they like to call work.
It's a tradition every year here at Wrigley Field, the Cubs opening day on WGN, and also part of the tradition, Chicago's Best on WGN. This is Brittany, I'm Ted. It's another year, and we're going to have some fun. And just like every other year, Britt, we talk about the ultimate ballpark food, the hot dog, but we did not go to ballparks.
We did not go to ballparks. This Sunday, our annual hot dog show is coming up at 10 p.m. on WGN. We went all over the Chicago area finding the best hot dogs. I even actually found a few veggie dogs that fooled you meat lovers.
A true veggie dog you found?
Yes.
Would it have fooled me? I don't know. Do you like it charred? Do you like it boiled? Do you like it dipped? Any way you like. But I know one thing. I love my buns steamed. What about you?
Yes.
Okay.
Steamed.
Speaking
Good.
of steamed buns and hot dogs, this dog right here came from the Full Shilling just up the street on Clark. They give free hot dogs away before the game and after the game. Great drink specials, so check out the Full Shilling. Thank you very much to them.
Make sure you check them out, and also make sure you check us out 10 p.m. this Sunday on WGN.
And we also need your suggestions on Facebook and Twitter at Chicago's Best TV. Go Cubs.
Go Cubs.
There you go, Ted. Boy, that looks good. When we come back to Wrigley Field, a tribute to one of our all-time favorite Cubs. When Next Year Is Here continues on WGN.
Attention patients who have had back, neck, spine, or other bone-related surgery. The Medtronic Infused Bone Graft, also known as the Medtronic ORBMP, has been used in hundreds of thousands of surgeries like yours and has now been linked to serious permanent injuries like paralysis, chronic pain, sterility, and even cancer. Even worse, thousands of those injured were given the infused graft in off-label procedures where its use was not approved by the FDA. If you or a family member have been injured by the infused bone graft, you may be entitled to substantial cash compensation. Call us now to find out more and to see if your case qualifies.
I'm going door to door to let everyone know how much money they can save with Dish.
Don't panic, but you're paying too much for TV.
About your bill. It's too high.
Why too high?
This is what Dish is going to save you your first year.
Wow.
Really? Get all your favorite channels for less. Prices start at just $19.99 a month. Call now and you'll get HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, and Stars. And you'll also get Blockbuster at Home included when you sign up.
Let's watch TV.
I'll scoot over.
Yep. Let's watch TV. Call Dish today.
Mary switched to Allstate and saved $326 on her car insurance.
John switched and saved $263.
Drivers who switched to Allstate saved an average of $336 a year on car insurance.
And Allstate will send you 2 bonus checks a year every year you stay accident-free with our safe driving bonus.
When I switched to Allstate, my savings amounted to $436 a year.
When I switched from my old insurance company to Allstate, I saved over $800 a year.
Want more? Call now and get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up with Deductible Rewards, and another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Down to $0. You'll be dancing too. Let the good hands people give you great protection and a great rate.
Call now for a quote or to find a local Allstate agent. 1-877-350-0101. Call right now. 1-877-350-0101.
My joints had gotten a little stiff lately, and at first I thought I had to live with it because of pro football and just getting older. Then my doctor told me about joint juice. Now I have a bottle each morning. It tastes great, and it's easier to swallow than those big pills. See, the glucosamine and chondroitin lubricates and cushions the cartilage in my joints, so I can move more easily for whatever I'm doing or not doing. So join me for the Joint Juice Challenge and get back to doing what you love. Visit tryjointjuice.com to save up to $5.
Next Year is Here has been brought to you by Budweiser, the official beer of the thirst inning. Great times are on deck. Grab some buds. Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. Your local Honda dealer. Visit shophonda.com today. Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. And by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Check out the award-winning Sonata at myhyundaichicago.com.
There's a good look at the new message board there. Washington versus Chicago, opening day 2012. The Cubs and the Nationals here on WGN. As we've said many times in the last few months or so, this is a makeover at Wrigley Field unlike any we've ever seen around here in terms of management, who's running the ball club now, new manager on the bench in Dale Swaim, the Theo Epstein era about to begin just a few moments from now. It all makes it a very special summer. And what makes it more special for all Cub fans, really, and certainly for many of us who have been around here for so long, is that this summer, at long last, belatedly, but I guess it's never too late, Ron Santo will finally be inducted into baseball's Hall of Fame. And as we wrap things up on the pregame show here at Wrigley today, a tribute to one of our favorite guys of all time, number 10, Ron Santo.
The committee has elected the newest member of the National Baseball Hall of Fame, Ron Santo.
It was a proud moment that day when Jane Clark, we were riding over in the limo, and Jane Clark got Vicky on the phone, Vicky Santo on the phone, and I got a chance to talk to her. And one of the first things I said, we got it done. No, Ronnie got it done because he was a good player.
I was just overjoyed. In fact, I talked to Billy before he was going down to Florida to meet with the group to make an announcement, and I would say, please, please get Ronnie in the Hall of Fame.
I was excited at first, and then I thought, you know what I mean? It's just a dang shame that you got to die to get in the Hall of Fame. And because I certainly thought he should have been inducted several years ago for his performance. I don't know, there was something that he'd have been the fourth guy on that team that didn't win the World Series or win the playoffs that would be in the Hall of Fame. And I don't know where that hindered him being in.
Fly ball very deep. It's curving. It is. Hey!
He played the game hard. Made the plays at third base, and a lot of times he stopped those balls before they got to left field, so I was happy with that. And to be a witness up at Cooperstown, he won't be there, and his family will be there, but it'll be a great celebration.
It would mean an awful lot to Ronnie. I mean, being around him and playing with him and visiting him at his home, and he's coming to my home, and just knowing about his life, I mean, he would have been overjoyed. His whole life was geared around being in baseball's Hall of Fame. Really, I mean, he was playing hard. He was a tremendous competitor, played hard every day, fought for everything he had, never gave up. I mean, I learned a lot from him, that he was a strong competitor. He never gave up.
It's a feeling, yeah. Billy will be there, Fergie will be there, and a lot of other, I think Randy's coming. Hey, yeah, we'll tip the glass and know that he's in, and everybody, his family's content now. And maybe he's upstairs looking down at it. He says, oh, I know, but it's good, very good.
Protector Plus from Liberty Mutual Insurance, where the cost to both repair your home and replace your possessions are covered. And we don't just cut a check for the depreciated value. We can actually replace your stuff with an exact or near match. Plus, if your home is unfit to live in after an incident, we pay for you to stay somewhere else while it's being repaired. Home Protector Plus from Liberty Mutual Insurance. Because you never know what lies around the corner. To get a free quote, call 888-588-3356. Visit a local office or go to libertymutual.com today. Liberty Mutual Insurance. Responsibility. What's your policy?
Have you applied for Social Security disability? If you have, you've probably been denied. Most applications are, and few people realize that a lawyer can help. We know what you're going through, and we know how badly you need the money you deserve, especially in these tough economic times. Having a lawyer on your side means getting help with the whole process and getting the answers and help you and your family need. And you don't pay us a penny unless we get money for you. Denied SSD benefits? Pick up the phone and let us help you get the money you deserve.
High five, America, because we're giving you great comedy 5 days a week.
5 days a week?
5 days a week.
Why, that deserves
the highest of fives.
So when you think America, think 5.
Come on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's great comedy.
Give me what? 5.
5 days a week.
Freeze frame high five.
All week long, right here on WGN America.
Do not leave a brother hanging. Woo!
You're the detectives, right?
That's right.
Good versus Batter Days, all day on WGN America.
Cool and windy, but the sun is shining, and it's opening day 2012. The Cubs opening the season here at Wrigley Field. It's the Hyundai leadoff man on WGN Sports. And happy opening day, everyone. I'm Len Casper. We'll hear from Bob Brenly coming up a little bit later. We'll have all the opening day festivities coming up here at Wrigley as the Cubs host the Washington Nationals. But as we go to our first break, Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai Dealer Spotlight asked you to check out the award-winning Hyundai Sonata at myhyundaichicago.com.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Bum 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 bum. Mr. Sandman, bring us, please, 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 Mr. Sandman, bring us our dream. Oh, my head.
뭐 도와드릴까요?
Yeah. Do you have anything for a headache like Excedrin or Bayer aspirin? Oh, no. I'm not having a heart attack. It's my head.
No, Bayer Advanced Aspirin. This is made for pain.
Bayer Advanced Aspirin has microparticles, enters the bloodstream fast, and safely rushes extra strength relief to the site of your tough pain.
Feel better?
Yeah. Thanks for the tip.
For fast, powerful pain relief, use Bayer Advanced Aspirin.
At Mobil, we believe it's smarter to change your oil than change your car. We believe in friends that go the extra mile, engines that go the extra years. We believe your engine should last till this little one has little ones of her own. That's why we created Mobile Super. Tested and proven to help reduce wear, prevent sludge, and extend the life of your engine for the long, long run. Mobile Super for long engine life.
21st Century here with two identical, stolen cars. Luckily, the two cars that used to be here were both covered against theft. One through these guys, the other through 21st Century. So both cars can be replaced. But drivers who switch from Allstate to 21st save $577 a year. Call 888-422-1074 or visit 21st.com. 21st Century Insurance.
Dig it, 21st. The Hyundai Leadoff Man. Brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Check out the award-winning Hyundai Sonata at myhyundaichicago.com.
Just moments away from opening day 2012. Excellent pitching matchup. 23-year-old Steven Strasburg, the former phenom, makes his first career opening day start. Ryan Dempster, number 4 in his career and second straight with the Cubs. We'll be back.
This one's for all us lawnsmiths, grass gurus, doers. Here's to more Saturdays in the sun and budgets better spent. Here's to turning rookies into experts and shoppers into savers. Here's to picking up, trading up, mixing it up. To well-earned muddy boots and a lot more spring per dollar. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Wipe out weeds for less with Bayer Advanced Durazone Weed and Grass Killer, now just $19.88.
Charcoal went out already? Forget it. There's more barbecue time in every bag of Kingsford charcoal. Kingsford. Slow down and grill.
Lawn gnomes, bird baths, and the competition are officially on notice. Craftsman Turn-Tight Tractors, a best-in-class 6-inch turning radius, 50% tighter than any other tractor. Craftsman, trust in your hands.
Bobby.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
That's me, Marty.
No way, Marty doesn't have a big hole in his head.
No, it's me, honest. I got mixed up with some bargain brand cooking spray.
Ouch, that looks painful.
I won't lie, my friend. I lost a big part of me today.
Look, the only way to go is Pam. Works 70% better than the bargain brand. Just look at those muffins.
Why you gotta rub it in, pal?
Hey, calm down. There's no need to fall to pieces.
Oh, that was a low blow, Bobby. A low blow.
Oops. Pam helps you pull it off.
Even better.
Guaranteed.
At Domino's, we've always said yes. You wanted your pizza delivered? We said yes. You wanted to track your pizza, change our 50-year-old recipe, pizza in a blizzard? Yes, yes, and yes. But when it comes to our artisan pizzas, we're saying...
No. I can't add any different toppings to your artisan.
We spent years perfecting the balance of our artisan crust and toppings. Try one for $7.99 and you'll understand why we won't let anyone change them.
Can I add pepperoni? No. Mushrooms? No. Olives? Man, you are killing me. No.
The Hyundai Leadoff Man. Brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Check out the award-winning Hyundai Sonata at myhyundaichicago.com.
Hard to believe, some ivy already growing on the walls here at Wrigley Field. We'll have the Cubs starting lineup when we come back.
MLB 12, the show. So real, it's unreal. Rated E for everyone.
PlayStation.
As you can see, we like to earn free stuff.
You ask for free, we give you free. Right now, when you book at any of these Choice Hotels, stay 2 separate times, and you can earn 1 night free. Book today at choicehotels.com.
Sorry, folks, our landing time got moved back another hour.
Hunger getting to you? Grab a Ritz Crackerfuls, made with real cheese and whole grain. It'll help keep you satisfied until your next meal. Get hunger before it gets you.
My heart skips a beat.
Introducing new Special K granola bars with 4 grams of protein and 4 grams of fiber. Finally, a granola bar that makes your heart skip a beat. A snack that loves you back. What will you gain when you lose?
This is Leanne. Dating games aren't for her. She wants to meet someone she can be herself with. That's why she chose eHarmony. Because people on eHarmony are looking for something more meaningful. Just like her. Date smarter. Review your matches free at eHarmony.com.
You own the Tracy Jordan Institute for Black Karate. You wouldn't believe this, but that business failed.
30 Rock. Today at 6 East, 3 West on WGN America. The following is a sports presentation of WGN America.
Field on a sunshine splash day. We're set for opening day 2012. The Cubs begin their 137th season in the National League. It's their 97th home opener here at Wrigley. The Nationals and the Cubs. Let's send it over to public address announcer Andy Bellison.
Ladies and gentlemen, near the Cubs bullpen, we have 7 firefighters presenting the town of Hinsdale. On September 20th, 2010, Deputy Chief Mark Johnson died in the line of duty. In honor of Deputy Chief Johnson and all firefighters, these 7 firefighters are here today to salute our 2012 Chicago Cubs. And now let's meet your 2012 Chicago Cubs. First, Assistant Athletic Trainer Matt Johnson. Assistant Athletic Trainer Ed Halbert. The Cubs Director of Athletic Training Mark O'Neill. Team Physical Therapist Ryan Mertz. Strength and Conditioning Coordinator Tim Buss. Team Physician Stephen Adams. Team Orthopedist Stephen Grislow. The Home Clubhouse Manager Tom Hellman. And the Assistant Home Clubhouse Manager Gary Stark. And your 2012 Chicago Cubs coaching staff. Third base coach, number 4, Pat Listash. Number 7, hitting coach, Rudy Jaramillo. Bench coach, number 8, Jamie Quirk. Number 25, pitching coach, Chris Bazio. Bullpen coach, number 35, Lester Strode. Number 39, first base coach, Dave McKay. Staff assistant, number 58, Mike Borzello. Staff assistant, number 64, Franklin Font. Number 95, bullpen catcher, Andy Lane. And now the non-starters for your Chicago Cubs. Number 5, Reed Johnson. Number 6, Brian LaHare. Number 11, Blake DeWitt. Number 16, Joe Mather. Number 21, Luis Valbuena. Number 22, Matt Garza. Number 28, Paul Mahalam. Number 29, Jeff Samardzija. Number 32, Chris Volstad. Number 34, Kerry Wood. Number 40, James Russell. Number 49, Carlos Marmol. Number 51, Steve Clevenger. Number 52, Lendy Castillo. Number 54, Sean Camp. Number 66, Rafael Dolis. And now the opening day starting lineup for your Chicago Cubs. First, the manager, please welcome number 33, Dale Swain. Leading off for the Cubs in right field at number 9, David DeJesus. Batting second at second base, number 15, Darwin Barney. Batting third, the shortstop, number 13, Starlin Castro. Batting cleanup, left fielder, number 12, Alfonso Soriano. Hitting fifth, the third baseman, number 2, Ian Stewart. Batting sixth, first baseman, number 3, Jeff Baker. Hitting seventh in center field, number 24, Marlon Byrd. Batting eighth and catching, number 18, Giovanni Soto. Pitching and batting ninth, warming up in the left field bullpen, right-hander number 46, Ryan Dempster. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please remain standing as our nation's colors are presented by the Barrington Fire Department. Honor Guard from Barrington, Illinois. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please remain standing as the Chicago Cubs welcome a very special guest to Wrigley Field. Airborne Ranger Captain Tom Bose is part of the Alpha Company 2 of the 20th U.S. Army Special Forces Command with the Illinois Army National Guard. Captain Bose has been awarded a Bronze Star and a Silver Star for his heroic actions in combat, saving the lives of fellow U.S. Army and coalition soldiers. The Chicago Cubs would like to take this moment to thank Captain Bose, along with all our service men and women, both in this country and around the world, for their selfless dedication, courage, and sacrifice in protecting our freedom and defending this great country. Now, please join students from Chicago's Blaine Elementary School as they honor our country and our flag by leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join Wayne Messmer, accompanied by Gary Presley at the Lowry organ, as they honor America with God Bless America, followed by our national anthem.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
The great Wayne Messmer with God Bless America and our national anthem. Both teams have been introduced. As we bring Bob Brenly into the broadcast, happy opening day partner, and we've got a special guest throwing out the first pitch today.
Yes, indeed. Of course, the first pitch we're most interested in is the one coming from Ryan Dempster, not too far down the road, but yeah, it should be a lot of fun today. It's always fun opening day at Wrigley Field.
There he is, Bill Murray.
His Cactus League stats, he was 1-3 with an ERA just over 7. Said he was working on a new pitch, so we'll see what he features today.
It should be a pitcher's day with the wind blowing in off the lake. The sun is shining, but not too many balls left the ballpark in batting practice. And a reminder, Chicago Cubs baseball in high definition is brought to you by Xfinity, only from Comcast. You see the lake is pretty busy, and you know, opening day starters, you expect these guys to be good, but they're going to get a little assist today.
No question about it, Len. You mentioned batting practice earlier today, watching both teams try to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Nearly impossible. As always here at Wrigley, a line drive that stays low toward left center field might have a chance, but you can see the conditions here at Wrigley Field today.
Should warm up this weekend. What a mild winter. And really spring. There were several days during spring training in which it was actually colder in Arizona than it was here. And for that reason, you see the field. Roger Baird and his grounds crew does a wonderful job, but the field looks to be in June condition, and there's some green stuff growing on the walls on April 5th.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more green this time of year. Usually we're into the end of May, the early part of June before you see as many leaves as we're seeing around town. Good sight.
Let's send it down to Dan Roan, who's on the field itself. Hey, Dan.
Hey, Len and Bob. Good to see you guys as always. Watching Ryan Dempster warm up here. You know, I had a chance to spend a little time with him during spring training, and you know, nobody has said anything about this, and Ryan doesn't want to talk about it, but it is the last year of his contract, and there's a possibility at any rate that he may not be with the Cubs next year. I know he wants to have a terrific year for a lot of different reasons, beginning today against these Nationals.
Thanks, Dan. And Bill Murray just introduced. And I guess he's going to run the bases first.
He's not going to have enough left to throw a first pitch.
Save. Well, that's how you do it. Is he going to actually throw it now?
After a few deep breaths, yeah. That's a good way to pull a hamstring. Well, he's throwing the first pitch to Kerry Wood, and obviously he's watched Woody apply his craft out there on the mound. Cleans off his cleats before he climbs up on the rubber.
Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. Good stuff from Bill Murray. We'll chat with him later as he'll conduct the 7th inning stretch, and we have Cubs opening day baseball next.
It's over! Prohibition is over!
Ever wonder who's searching for you?
I have 7 people searching for me? 7?
Go to mylife.com. It's the internet's leading people search site where you can find personal and business connections. More than just friends. Just type in your name and see if someone is searching for you for free. At mylife.com, there are millions of people joining each month. You could have messages waiting for you right now. Go to mylife.com and see if someone is searching for you right now for free.
I have 2 products in front of you, and we're going to start with product X. This is a very affordable product that will help save you a lot of money. I liked it. I like it too. This is product Y. This is a much more expensive product. You will not see a lot of savings with this one. Harsh. You chose Geico, and you did not choose their competitor. Was this your first car insurance taste test?
Chicago Cubs baseball is brought to you by Budweiser, the official beer of the first inning. Great times are on deck. Grab some buds. Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. The Illinois Lottery. Do you believe in the power of possibility? The Illinois Lottery. Anything's possible. And by Ford, manufacturers of more fuel-efficient vehicles than any other brand. Check them out at your local Ford store or online at fordstores.com.
The old ballpark looks beautiful. A lot of fresh paint in the area. You've got a new LED board. The Budweiser patio out in right will show you a lot of the new stuff. But it's still Wrigley Field, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah, some things never change, Len, and you wouldn't want them to. Obviously, Wrigley Field in need of somewhat of a facelift, but boy, from our perch high above the field, it's just absolutely gorgeous looking down at the crowd, the field, the bleachers packed to capacity, and then on into the Wrigleyville neighborhoods. It's a sight that never gets old.
Well, in addition to Rudy Jaramillo, Pat Listash, and Lester Strode, who are back this season, the new members of the coaching staff, including the manager, Dale Swaim, the 52nd manager in Cubs history. His former teammate in Milwaukee, Chris Bosio, is the pitching coach. Dave McKay, after 26 years with Tony La Russa, is at first, and Jamie Quirk will be the bench coach. And Bob, these guys all with experience with other teams in the Central Division.
And they all bring something to the table. Each one very good at their area of expertise. We saw that throughout the early part of spring training. It continued throughout the Cactus League games, and certainly we hope it continues all season long. Guys that really, really know their stuff.
So Dale Swaim and Davey Johnson, the Nationals manager, exchanging the lineup cards. And as always, and throughout the season, we are very accessible. Keep in touch. You can email us at lenandbob@tribune.com. We're on Facebook and Twitter as well. Umpires are ready to go. The crew chief is Dana DeMuth. Kerwin Danley, Doug Eddings, and Paul Nart are on the bases as Ryan Dempster gets set to work against this National starting lineup. They should pitch. The question is, can they score enough runs? Ian Desmond will lead it off. Danny Espinosa is at second. Ryan Zimmerman is at third. He's been with the Nationals, you see, for quite a while. Adam LaRoche coming off an injury-plagued season. Jason Worth wants to be a lot better than he was last year. Former Cub Mark DeRosa, interesting story about him we'll get into later. Roger Bernardina's in center, Wilson Ramos the catcher, and Steven Strasburg the pitcher.
And let's check out how the Cubs take the field defensively today behind Ryan Dempster. Brought to you by Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. Alfonso Soriano in left, Marlon Byrd in center. One of the new Cubs, David DeJesus, will man right field. Ian Stewart, another new Cub, anchoring third base. It'll be Starlin Castro and Darwin Barney, the double play combo up the middle of the field. Jeff Baker filling in for Brian LaHare at first base. LaHare with some back issues. Giovanni Soto once again behind the plate this afternoon for veteran right-hander Ryan Dempster. Look at his numbers last season. There's a little bit of controversy, if there was any controversy in the Cubs camp, as to who was going to take the ball for this opening day start. Matt Garza easily could have taken the ball for day one, but I think given his seniority with the ball club, his ties to the community and the organization, Ryan Dempster honored to take the ball today for opening day.
It'll be Ian Desmond, the shortstop, to start it. This team has a bunch of former Cubs. We mentioned DeRosa. You've got Xavier Nady, Chad Tracy on their bench, Tom Gorzolani in the bullpen. And here we go. Ryan Dempster with the first pitch of the season, and there's a little floater out into right for a base hit.
It wasn't much of a hit, but they all count. Dempster fires a sinker right down the middle of the plate. Desmond just cues it off the very end of the bat, finds that hole on the right side. And Dempster will be forced into the stretch a lot quicker than he anticipated.
Let's switch hitting second baseman Danny Espinosa. I don't think it's a big surprise, Bob, that the infielders have their lockers next to one another, Espinosa and Desmond, and right next to them sits Mark DeRosa, and that was by design. Davey Johnson wanted the veteran to just kind of rub off on these two guys.
Well, Len, there's no substitute for experience, actually going through a season and having the plays come your way. But anytime you can learn something from a veteran like Mark DeRosa, hopefully it'll smooth some of the speed bumps. Attempted bunt that time by Espinosa, bunted right through it for strike one.
Mentioned Ryan Dempster with his fourth career opening day start. He got the assignment last year with the Cubs and took the loss to the Pirates 6-3. April did not go well last year. He had a 9.58 earned run average in the first month. He was much better after that. And that's high, 1-1. I think due in part to the fact that he got a little too sinker happy maybe in spring training last year, and some of his other pitches were not where he wanted them to be when the season started. So he really made an effort this spring to focus on all of his pitches. A little bit outside.
Well, another issue we saw from Ryan Dempster last year, really through no fault of his own, but just didn't seem to be able to put hitters away. He could quickly get to 2 strikes, but didn't have that swing and a miss pitch. Tries to hit the back door with that breaking pitch just off of the outside corner. And with that in mind, I would expect Ryan try to pitch to contact earlier in the count as best as he can this year. Try to get those at bats over with quickly. Let his defense work behind him.
And in mentioning the defense, the Cubs arguably had the worst defense in the majors last year, and that was a big emphasis this spring. And there's ball 4, and the Nationals have something cooking here. 2 on with nobody out.
Well, you talk about the defensive problems of the Cubs last year, Len, and certainly some of it was physical. But there were a lot of instances where it was just a lack of focus, a lack of concentration, not understanding the situation. And that was one of the things that Dale and his staff immediately in spring training set out to rectify. Make sure everybody on the field knows the game situation, know what you're expected to do, and know what your teammates are going to do on a given play.
Now here's Ryan Zimmerman, the third baseman. And he takes a strike. The Nationals are a little banged up. And without Michael Morse, one of their middle of the order RBI guys. He's on the DL with a lat injury. Rick Ankiel with a quad strain. Their closer, Drew Storen, on the shelf, swing and a miss.
Nothing tricky there. Straight fastball down the middle of the plate at the knees. Blew it right by Zimmerman that time.
There's another former Cub, Davey Johnson. 0-2 to Zimmerman. High in the air, and again the wind's going to help Ryan Dempster today as Marlon Byrd right at the edge of the track makes a catch. Both guys are going to advance. I don't have to tell you, when the wind is blowing the other direction, that's a 3-run homer, but you do pitch to the conditions on a day like this.
Yeah, normally in a 2-strike count, you're not going to throw a 4-seam fastball up around the letters when the wind is blowing out or there's no wind here at Wrigley. But on a day like today, I mean, I think that's every pitcher's safety net. If you get into trouble, you're not sure quite what to do, throw it up and out over the plate. Let them see how far they can hit it, because the ball just is not going to carry, especially to straightaway center.
Adam LaRoche last year had his season end in May due to left shoulder surgery, and you see what he did before that. Really struggled in 43 games.
And a very abbreviated spring for LaRoche as well. He only got 22 at bats down in the Grapefruit League this spring. Most everyday players will tell you they like to get 50, 60, maybe 70 at bats in spring training before the regular season starts.
He's in a very upright position in that batter's box, takes a strike. Bob, there are 3 other games that have been underway for a while. 2 are in the 5th, the others in the 4th. Not a run has been scored. Here we just started, and the Nationals have him at 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. Lots of zeros.
I imagine there's a lot of meteorological shock going on right now. You know, players coming out of the Grapefruit League and the Cactus League where temperatures were in the 70s and 80s pretty much on a regular basis. And then you go back to your opening day, whether it's at home or on the road, and the parkas come out, the stocking caps. A little bit different, which makes it tougher to stay loose for the players. Obviously down in Arizona, you stretch once in the morning and you're good till midnight.
Sinker is low and outside, and it's 2-2. It's Jason Worth on deck. Ryan Dempster in his long career has lost to this Expos/Nationals franchise only 1 time. He's 9-1. And it's his best winning percentage against any National League club. Swing and a miss. Big punch out for Dempster.
Well, if Dempster does have a swing and a miss pitch, that's it right there. The nasty split finger, great downward movement that time, gets LaRoche not only way out in front, but swings right over the top of that pitch.
Well, Jason Worth, who got a whopping 7-year, $126 million contract prior to last year. And then he struggled. And he takes a slider for a strike.
Yeah, we talked about the cold temperatures for opening day, Len. Ian Stewart got the short sleeves on down there at third base from his time in Colorado. He probably feels like this is a heat wave. Yeah, he'll break out the long sleeves before this homestand is over. Ooh. Pretty good slider that time by Dempster. Dropped it right on that outside corner. Might have just fallen off of the outside corner, but that's a great location when you're ahead in the count. Throw that pitch that gives the illusion of a strike and hope to get the swing and a miss.
One and one to Worth. And he pops it up. And it'll be new Cub David DeJesus in his Wrigley Field debut to make the catch. So Dempster escapes. Here come the Cubs against Steven Strasburg.
Enough! No Pepsi for you. And what do you do?
I sing.
Enough! All right. Pepsi for you.
No, Pepsi for all.
Your engine should last till this little one has little ones of her own. That's why we created New Mobile Super, proven to help reduce wear, prevent sludge, and extend the life of your engine. New Mobile Super for long engine life.
At Domino's, we've always said yes. You wanted your pizza delivered? We said yes. You wanted to track your pizza, change our 50-year-old recipe, pizza in a blizzard? Yes, yes, and yes. But when it comes to our artisan pizzas, we're saying...
No. I can't add any different toppings to your artisan.
We spent years perfecting the balance of our artisan crust and toppings. Try one for $7.99 and you'll understand why we won't let anyone change them.
Can I add pepperoni? No. Mushrooms? No. Olives? Man, you are killing me. No.
I'd like one of those desserts and some coffee.
Sure. Cake or pie?
Pie.
Apple or cherry?
Cherry.
Oil or cream?
Oil.
Or cream?
Cream.
Some use hydrogenated oil. Ready Whip uses real dairy cream. Nothing's more real than Ready Whip.
Now Dale Swaim's first Pepsi lineup. Brought to you by Pepsi Max, the official soft drink of Major League Baseball. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. DeJesus, Barney, Castro. What a year he had last year. Soriano, Stewart, Baker in for Brian LaHare, who's battling some back stiffness. Bird, Soto, and Dempster will round it out.
Quick look at the Nationals defensively. Former Cub Mark DeRosa in left, Roger Bernardina in center, Jason Worth over in right field. It'll be Zimmerman, Desmond, Espinoza, and LaRoche third to first across the infield. Wilson Ramos doing the catching today for right-hander, the #1 pick in the first round of the '09 draft, Steven Strasburg.
Those were his numbers after he returned in September last year following Tommy John surgery in 2010. In terms of stuff, off the charts.
Yeah.
23 years old. And this is his first pitch ever at Wrigley Field, his first career opening day start, 95. You'll see that a lot today on that fastball. In fact, prior to yesterday, Bob, he had never stepped foot in the city of Chicago. Is 0-1 to David DeJesus. Up in the air, Bernardina surrounding it. We want to let our AT&T Uverse viewers in Chicago and around the country on WGN America know that during every Cubs home game this season, if you go to channel 780 or HD channel 1780, you can see a special multi-view presentation that'll show you all our different live camera angles here at Wrigley Field. It's pretty cool. So if you want to direct the game along with Skip Ellison, give a look to AT&T Uverse channel 780 or HD channel 1780. Darwin Barney got jammed, and that'll go LaRoche to Strasburg. Didn't have time to mention it. David DeJesus, the only guy in the Cub lineup with previous at-bats against Steven Strasburg. So most of these guys are seeing him for the first time, and I'm sure the hype was documented well on the videotape.
Oh yeah, even though it's the first time they've actually physically stepped in the box against him, you know that all these Cubs hitters in the lineup today have had extensive video work on over the advance report. And there's really no secrets with Steven Strasburg. Fastball will sit in the mid-90s, occasionally will reach the upper 90s if he needs a little bit extra, as a snapdragon curveball and a straight changeup, and good command of all three pitches.
Starlin Castro takes ball one outside.
He's that rare bird, a power pitcher with command.
Castro is working on an 11-game hitting streak. That's what he ended last year with, and a 40-game on base streak. And that ball's going to drop. Strasburg vacated. The cornermen couldn't get there. Man, can he hit.
Talk about finding the holes in the defense. He gets jammed badly. A little floater right out in the middle of the diamond. Steven Strasburg, for whatever reason, decides he doesn't want to be a ball player right now. He's headed for that first base dugout, and neither of the corner infielders can get there quickly enough to make the play. So Starlin Castro is on the board.
Now 12-game hitting streak. Alfonso Soriano, former National, Had a really good spring. Hit 6 home runs as he starts his 6th year in a Cub uniform. Deep center, Bernardina's back, and the crowd excited, but again, it's that kind of day. So Zimmerman had a 3-run homer taken away. Soriano a 2-run shot.
Yes, I can. Doubt better leave. I'm running with this plan. Pull me, grab me, traps in a bucket, can't have me. I'll be the president one day. Oh, you like that gossip? Like you the one drinking what gossip.com. Got a word for your tongue. How many Rolling Stones you want? Yeah, I got a brand new spirit speaking and it's done. Woke up on the side of the bed like I won. Talk like the winner majestic, that son. G5 did the US to Taiwan. Now who can say that? I wanna play back. I got a feeling it's a rap. ASAP.
This one's for all us lawnsmiths, grass gurus, doers. Here's to more Saturdays in the sun and budgets better spent. Here's to turning rookies into experts and shoppers into savers. Here's to picking up, trading up, mixing it up. To well-earned muddy boots and a lot more spring per dollar. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Wipe out weeds for less with Bayer Advanced Durazone Weed and Grass Killer, now just $19.88.
At Olive Garden, we're as passionate about cheese as you are. So we've created 3 new Parmesan dishes. New grilled chicken Parmesan, chicken fresh off the grill, as well as grilled shrimp or grilled steak, all with a Parmesan crust. Passion for Parmesan. For a limited time, only at Olive Garden.
Everywhere, everybody needs a neighbor. Showing up when times get hard. There's some things we may never change, but hunger's something we can turn around. Here's hope.
More than 1 in 5 kids in America don't know where their next meal is coming from, but there is hope. Look for the red pushpin on specially marked packages from ConAgra Foods and enter the code online. 1 code equals 1 meal. It's that easy to help us make sure child hunger ends here.
Baseball is back. Sunday at 2 East on WGN America.
Well, with all the pomp and circumstance of opening day, we've listened to Bob Brindley, but we haven't seen him yet. He's alive. There he is.
I've been sitting here since last October just waiting for another ball game.
Mark DeRosa leading off against his former teammate Ryan Dempster. Well, Mark DeRosa didn't have a ton of offers. His old team, the Giants, and the Nationals, that was pretty much it. And Soriano will get to the spot and make the catch. All of a sudden, DeRosa's in the starting lineup on opening day with the Mike Morse injury. Cub fans, make sure you check out our WGN baseball blog. WGNTV.com. It's brought to you by Jeff Vukovich, nationwide agent serving the area for 33 years for your auto, home, and business insurance needs. Contact Jeff at jeffvuk.com. I have a post on the first impressions after watching the Cubs during spring training. We have opening day pictures, the first homestand list of 7th inning stretch guests, and much more at WGNTV.com. Roger Bernardina playing center. Talking about it during the break, Ryan Dempster is a ground ball pitcher, but this is not the kind of day where you want a ton of contact on the ground and on a line. You want it in the air.
Yeah, normally Ryan Dempster's a guy that is constantly looking for that ground ball with the sinker, the splitter, the slider. There's a nice comeback sinker for a strike. Actually, I think that was a splitter with that kind of movement. Yeah, but as we said earlier, when push comes to shove, if there's any doubt in your mind what's the right pitch to throw in a certain situation, a high fastball is never a bad thing on a day like this. Maybe the benefit of the doubt on a high splitter there for a called strike 3.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, who had a pretty harrowing offseason, to say the least. And he was kidnapped in his native Venezuela in November. In fact, he was taken from right in front of his family's home in Valencia. 51-hour ordeal, was finally rescued unharmed. And then he went right back to his Venezuelan Winter League team, continued to work out and play. Said there was no physical harm, but there certainly was some psychological damage done, as you can imagine.
Yeah, you can only imagine.
It was believed to be the first instance of an MLB player being kidnapped. The relatives of players had been kidnapped for ransom, but never a player. Here's the 1-2. It's low. Strasburg is on deck. Starlin Castro and Ryan Dempster, after allowing the first 2 runners to reach, has now retired 6 in a row.
Meet John. John has had plenty of dates over the years, and he's had his share of relationships. As a result, John has learned a lot about himself, what he likes, and who he's looking for. That's why he chose eHarmony, because eHarmony helps you go deeper by introducing you to people who truly complement you, so you have a better chance of finding someone who's right for you. Just ask John and Jennifer. Review your matches free on eHarmony.com today.
뭐 도와드릴까요?
Yeah. Do you have anything for a headache like Excedrin or Bayer aspirin? Oh, no. I'm not having a heart attack. It's my head.
No, Bayer Advanced Aspirin. This is made for pain.
Bayer Advanced Aspirin has microparticles, enters the bloodstream fast, and safely rushes extra strength relief to the site of your tough pain.
Feel better?
Yeah. Thanks for the tip.
For fast, powerful pain relief, use Bayer Advanced Aspirin.
Lawn gnomes, bird baths, and the competition are officially on notice. Craftsman turn-tight tractors, a best-in-class 6-inch turning radius, 50% tighter than any other tractor. Craftsman, trust in your hands.
At Domino's, we've always said yes. You wanted your pizza delivered? We said yes. You wanted to track your pizza? Change our 50-year-old recipe. Pizza in a blizzard? Yes, yes, and yes. But when it comes to our artisan pizzas, we're saying...
No. I can't add any different toppings to your artisan.
We spent years perfecting the balance of our artisan crust and toppings. Try one for $7.99 and you'll understand why we won't let anyone change them.
Can I add pepperoni? No. Mushrooms? No. Olives? Man, you are killing me. No.
The 2012 Chicago Cubs baseball season on WGN TV is brought to you by Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go.
Nothing as we get into the bottom of the second. Ian Stewart making his Cub debut on his birthday. A couple of Cubs celebrating birthdays today. Stewart turning 27. And Cubs backup catcher Steve Clevenger turning 26. In fact, 2 years ago with the Rockies, Stewart became the first player to hit a homer in his first at bat on opening day on his birthday.
How about that?
Did not go well last year with the Rockies as he taps one. Ramos will get him. Thought he had a good spring though. Wrist bothered him last year, and kind of that classic change of scenery deal. 4-player deal, but the 2 main guys, Tyler Colvin going to the Rockies and Stewart coming here.
Hey, you talked about Stewart's spring training. It didn't start out so well, but if you had your preference as a player, you'd rather have it that way. Start out slow, find your swing, find your groove, and that's what Ian Stewart was able to do down in the Cactus League.
Jeff Baker with his second career opening day start. And he lines one into right, and it's caught as Worth had to leave his feet. Probably the hardest hit ball today.
Jeff Baker pretty much relegated to facing only lefties last year, but getting the start today for Brian LaHare at first base, and it's a screaming, sinking line drive to right. Great play by Jason Worth to take away a base hit.
The former National Marlon Byrd. And he takes a curveball for a strike. You remember last year, Jordan Zimmerman of the Nationals was held to 160 innings. Sounds like the Nationals are going to do the same thing with Steven Strasburg this year. They're going to let him pitch every 5 days, and when he reaches 160, they'll shut him down. And Bob, talking to people around the Nationals, it doesn't matter if they're in first place by 5 games, if they're tied for the wild card. It would be a good problem to have, but they are not going to jeopardize his long-term future. He's going to get 160, and then he's done. Swing and a miss. Pretty special talent, Steven Strasburg. 0-0 after 2.
Freedom Disability got me $1,000 a month in Social Security disability benefits.
Freedom Disability got me $1,500 a month.
At 53, Freedom Disability got me health coverage through Medicare.
What can Freedom Disability get you?
Are you between the ages of 18 and 65? Have a medical condition or a combination of conditions that keep you out of work? You may be entitled to thousands of dollars each month from the Social Security Administration.
Cancer kept me from working. Freedom Disability got me a cash benefit, and Medicare pays my medical bills.
We submit and win thousands of applications every year. We are the disability experts. Don't apply alone. Most first-time applicants are denied. Let us do all the work for you. Denied before, you may still be eligible.
Freedom Disability got me my life back.
Thank you, Freedom Disability.
So call 1-800-339-1100. The benefits you deserve, the advocate you need.
Lawn gnomes, bird baths, and the competition are officially on notice. Craftsman turn-tight tractors, a best-in-class 6-inch turning radius, 50% tighter than any other tractor. Craftsman, trust in your hands.
I have the right to a guarantee that my rate is the lowest on the web. Do I ask for too much?
Kinda. Sometimes.
It's your voice. It's yourchoicehotels.com, where you'll always get the best internet rate guaranteed or your first night's free. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Gorn plays good cop. Eames plays bad cop. These guys play guilty. Together they make good versus batter days on WGN America.
I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming.
I'm back where I belong. Yeah, I never felt so strong. I'm back, I'm feeling like there's nothing I can't try. And if you with me, put your hands high. Put your hands high. You haven't lost a life before. Hey. This one's for you. Put your hands high. The dreams are filled. You're rocking with the best.
Opening day 2012. Steven Strasburg grounds out. 1 for 27 in his short major league career. Back to the top and Ian Desmond.
So windy it blew the helmet off his head.
Well, you've got the Red Sox and Tigers, the Braves and the Mets, the Phillies and the Pirates. They're all in the 6th inning, scoreless. As you said, the wind might be blowing in everywhere today.
Well, there's that old axiom in baseball that the pitchers are always a little bit ahead of the hitters. They say it about the early part of spring training. You say it about the early part of the regular season. And usually when the weather starts to heat up, that's when the bats start to heat up as well. Pitchers may be taking advantage of the conditions on opening day like Ryan Dempster has so far here today.
Well, you think about the 2 hits in this game early on. Desmond with the little soft liner off the end of the bat, and Starlin Castro popped up to the mound and nobody caught it. 2-2 slider. And now it's full.
That is even as you can get.
I was going to ask you to analyze that. I mean, a lot better before the break. 1/100th of a point.
Boy, and there's something to be said for consistency. I'm sure Ryan Dempster and the teams that he's pitched for in his career would like to see more victories and a lower ERA, but you pretty much know what you're going to get every time out when Ryan Dempster takes them out.
And Stewart drops it. There'll be an error on Ian Stewart.
Well, we're going to talk about the improved defense at third base. We'll wait just a little bit for that. Pretty routine play. Ian Stewart gets to the ball in good shape, just loses the handle as he reaches into that glove and gets ready to make the throw across the diamond.
Espinosa blocked his first time, so Desmond on for the second time. Boy, it must be early, partner. I think I actually missed a Desmond 2-2 pitch.
Ooh.
I'm usually right on top of it.
I'm sure you'll have other opportunities.
Well, it's only April. Well, the Cubs ran and then ran some more. Hopefully they'll have chances to do so today. But in spring training, they were very aggressive. I would imagine Davey Johnson will do the same today. Noticing the weather conditions, I think both managers just try to steal a run. Hope that's enough.
Well, Dempster's paid a lot of attention to Desmond both times he reached at first base. But if you look back to the Grapefruit League stats, the Nationals only attempted 15 stolen bases all spring. They were successful 9 times. On the other hand, the Cubs ran 52 times and stole 38 bases.
Messmer with 25 steals last year. (3-0) now on Espinosa. Now Davey kind of reminds you of Lou Piniella. He likes offense.
You like to see guys hit that ball in the seats, especially with runners on base.
He took over last year. I mean, his bench was made up mainly of defense and speed guys. He said, I want some offense this year. Well, got some veterans. Espinosa has now walked twice.
Wrigleyville Rooftops has premier seating for up to 200 guests for corporate gatherings, family reunions, and bachelor or bachelorette parties. Individual and group tickets are available for all games. For more details, go to www.wrigleyvillerooftops.com or call 773-248-ROOF.
Zimmerman with a home run cut his first time up, but the wind killed it right in front of the warning track. Slider strike. Saw Soriano get a hold of one. Didn't go anywhere. Do you change your swing on a day like this, or you just try to hit it hard?
Let's try to hit it hard. Guys that come to Wrigley Field and alter their swing depending on the wind conditions usually take a beating for it. Believe me, I know. I used to come in here as a visiting player and you would see those flags in center field blowing straight out or blowing out to left field, and suddenly every right-handed pull hitter was swinging straight up, just trying to get the ball in the air. And that's when you get into a lot of bad habits, and a crafty veteran pitcher will take advantage of that.
Hey, Cub fans, be sure to come out for Monday night's game when the Cubs take on their rivals, the Brewers, at 6:05. But make sure to get to the game early. The first 10,000 fans get a special Puffy Ball winner hat, compliments of Pepsi. For more info or to purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com. That's the first of a 4-game series against the defending Central champs. Just outside.
Well, you want to talk about a borderline pitch. This is about as borderline as you can get. A little bit of a comeback sinker. He's trying to nip that outside corner at the knees. Very close.
field line, and DeJesus will not have a play. I said earlier, David DeJesus had never played at Wrigley Field before today. In fact, a 9-year career, he had never played against the Cubs, which is kind of odd. Even though he had been a career American League player, I've never seen them in interleague play.
And because of that, Len, I think a guy like David DeJesus probably benefited more than anybody else on the roster from the workout yesterday. Just getting an opportunity to get out there in right field and check your surroundings, see how many steps it is on the warning track before you hit the vines, see what the background looks like behind the hitter. You can learn a lot of things in a very informal workout that the Cubs had yesterday afternoon if it's their first visit to a ballpark. Now, things like that foul line down into the corners where it's nearly up against the side wall. You learn how the ball plays off the bricks out there with a little bit of green.
Dempster will fire. Good block by Barney to keep that ball out of center.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Len, one thing you see early in the season that you usually don't see as the season progresses is a lot of pickoff attempts. Teams are fresh out of spring training where, as part of your daily fundamental drills, pickoffs are gone over, and second baseman and shortstop, first baseman on the back pick, they like to try them early.
Runners go, ball 4, they're loaded. Back-to-back walks.
Hey, Cub fans, if you want to manage a game along with Dale Swaim, log on to WGNTV.com right now and click on the WGN Sports Game Zone banner to connect to all the up-to-the-minute stats and information while you're watching at home. Game Zone is sponsored by The Great Escape, pools, patio sets, play sets, hot tubs, and more.
Bases full with only 1 out. And LaRoche, who struck out with runners at second and third and 1 out in the opening inning, now comes up with 3 on.
LaRoche, a good double play candidate if Ryan Dempster can get him to hit the ball on the ground. And observant fans may notice that the Cubs aren't playing what you would traditionally call double play depth, even though the bases are loaded and there's only 1 out in the inning.
Foul tip, strike 2.
Skipper Dale Swaim just feels like it makes you vulnerable defensively to bring your infielders in at a position where the ball might sneak through and lead the way to a big inning. He would much prefer to have his guys play at normal depth, make sure you get an out, and if possible, you go ahead and turn it over and get 2.
Swing and a miss. Got him on the split.
I'm not sure what Ryan Dempster has against Adam LaRoche, but he has saved some of his nastiest stuff for the Nationals' first baseman. Good splitter that time, not only moving down, but moving away from the left-handed hitter.
Ryan has had LaRoche's number, 3 for 15 now with 7 strikeouts. Well, the other thing too, for a veteran like Dempster, you talk about inning management. You do need to save your best stuff for the biggest spots. He wanted that one, you could tell.
I think he had every right to want that one. We showed you the borderline pitch earlier that maybe missed a little away, just off of the outside corner, but it looked pretty good. It certainly wasn't low.
Up in the air. And it's DeJesus with his heels on the dirt. And the Nats leave him loaded.
Shop online at Overstock.com and find everything you need for your family. and your home at a fraction of the retail cost. Overstock.com has the brands you love at prices you can afford. And your entire order ships for just $2.95 or less. Right now, take an extra 10% off fashion bedding from brand name designers. Only at Overstock.com. At home with Theo.
Neighbors! We shouldn't need a GPS to find the fertilizer. We should go to Ace, where we can zip in, find what we need, and zip out.
Our speedy-sized stores help get your weekend back at Ace.
We picked a great seafood place. It's a tad bit pricey. And hopefully we caught the chef on a good night.
Golden Corral's pan-seared seafood and more. Delicious tilapia, shrimp scampi, sirloin, beef tips, and more. All on our endless dinner buffet, still for one low price, only at Golden Corral.
Charcoal went out already? Forget it. There's more barbecue time in every bag of Kingsford charcoal. Kingsford. Slow down and grill.
21st Century here with two identical, stolen cars. Luckily, the two cars that used to be here were both covered against theft. One through these guys, the other through 21st Century. So both cars can be replaced. But drivers who switch from Allstate to 21st save $577 a year. Call 888-422-1074 or visit 21st.com. 21st Century Insurance.
Dig it, 21st. White Sox, Rangers, Saturday, 7:30 East, 4:30 West on WGN America.
Let's look at our Illinois lottery. Anything's possible. Joe Mather did have some previous big league experience, but kind of bouncing around. Signed a minor league deal with the Cubs, had a blistering spring, and he's on the roster. Anything's possible, brought to you by the Illinois Lottery, who each day make anything possible.
I mean, you want to talk about earning your way onto a roster. That's exactly what Joe Mather did this spring.
Popped up by Soto. As Desmond will put two hands on it.
We talked about it in some of our Cactus League telecasts. Joe Mather played actually 6 different positions this spring, all 3 outfield spots, the corner infield. He played a couple of games at second base. Hit .385, was second on the team in runs driven in during spring training. Really did it all. Showed aggressive tendencies on the bases. Very comfortable in all 3 outfield spots as well as the corner infield. Maybe not quite so much at second base, but that's a work in progress.
Well, Ryan Dempster trying to do what every hitter does, that is get his career average up over 100. Comes in at .099. You know what? He's worked very hard and as one of the best sack bunters in the league. So you thought I was going to say 300, right?
Well, I knew where you were going.
The Cubs actually had an NCAA bracket style 64-man bunting tournament in spring training. David DeJesus won it. Dale Swain got through a couple of rounds. I think he beat Dempster, didn't he? One round. I'm going to say he beat Kerry Wood and Ryan Dempster. That bat ended up in about 8 different pieces.
You just hope there's no residual effect. We talk all the time about a handful of bees. When you get jammed on a cold day like we have here at Wrigley Field, you feel it all the way up through your elbow into your shoulder sometimes. That ball just above his hands. Like he had so much pine tar on his glove he couldn't get all the splinters out of his hand as he ran down the first baseline.
So 2 quick outs, and DeJesus really taking his time, allowing his pitcher to get back into the dugout. And there's a base hit. They say he might take a pitch, and he saw a good one to hit.
Now, these are the kind of hits you like any day. Wind blowing in, blowing out, makes no difference. Line drives right back over the mound, have a tendency to find their way into center field. That one right underneath the left arm of Strasburg and into center field.
certainly can change as Ramos firing down to first. But Strasburg's a guy who misses a ton of bats today, and I don't know if it's by design. He really hasn't. He only has 1 strikeout through the first 10 batters. th career start for Strasburg with the San Diego State. The Nationals in their organization have 2 guys. We talk about Strasburg and Bryce Harper. I mean, before the draft, right after the draft, everybody said can't miss. And those guys don't always make it. But it looks like Strasburg is well on his way even after Tommy John surgery. Look at that. Well over a strikeout per inning. Bryce Harper's only 19 years old. He's playing center field at AAA. He'll probably be here at some point this season. We are scoreless after 3 on opening day.
It's over! Prohibition is over!
The Capital One Cash Rewards Card gives you a 50% annual bonus. And who doesn't want 50% more cash? The baby. And then the baby bear said, I want 50% more cash in my bed. 50% more cash is good. What's that? You can spell.
The Capital One Cash Rewards Card. The card for people who want 50% more cash.
What's in your wallet?
Bum bum. 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 Bum bum.
The redesigned 8-passenger Pilot. Smarter thinking from Honda.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
You're the detectives, right? That's right.
Good versus Batter Days. All day on WGN America.
Cubs and Nationals still scoreless as we head to the top half of the 4th inning. It'll be Mark DeRosa followed by Roger Bernardina and Wilson Ramos. Steven Strasburg should any of those gentlemen reach, and Ryan Dempster looking to put another 0 on the board here in the 4th.
And DeRosa. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Or as a pitcher, you love that kind of an at-bat. As a hitter, you absolutely hate it. You didn't even really get a good swing at the 1 pitch you did see. Got a check swing topper on that first base side for a quick out here in the 4th.
Bernardina takes a strike. Stewart in on the grass at 3rd. Everybody else is back. Best scoreboard in the world.
There's finally a 1 you see right there. Phillies finally scored a run.
Swing and a miss. Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN.
When you think mother, think America. How I Met Your Mother. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays starting at 8 East, 5 West. Right here on WGN America.
Two quick outs. Dempster with 4 strikeouts today. Washington up in the scoreboard. I guess like Joe Walsh's new song, he's still an analog man in a digital world. Dempster makes quick work of the Nationals in the 4th.
Have you met the neighbors of late night? Liz Lemon.
I'm your worst nightmare is who I is.
Bender.
Only I didn't have so much cork in my badunka-dunk.
Frank.
Make some cash.
Welcome to the neighborhood. That's what we call a block party. Late nights on WGN America.
Enough.
No Pepsi for you. And what do you do?
I sing.
Enough.
All right. Pepsi for you.
No, Pepsi for all.
Yeah, boy.
MLB 12, the show. So real, it's unreal. Rated E for everyone.
PlayStation.
At Mobile, we believe it's smarter to change your oil than change your car. We believe in friends that go the extra mile, and engines that go the extra years. We believe your engine should last till this little one has little ones of her own. That's why we created Mobile Super, tested and proven to help reduce wear, prevent sludge, and extend the life of your engine for the long, long run. Mobile Super, for long engine life.
Hey, stay tuned. Coming up, the 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Captain Morgan. Raise your glass, always in moderation, to life, love, and loot. Bill Murray will be our conductor today. Still waiting for that first run of the season. Castro, Soriano, and Stewart against Steven Strasburg. A single in the first. He popped one up near the mound and nobody caught it. But it counts as a hit.
Yeah, it's that old Wee Willie Keeler saying, hit them where they ain't. Well, that time there was nobody there to catch the little floater.
.207 hits last year. Youngest player to lead the National League in hits at 21. Broke his bat as he hits a one-hopper that backed up Desmond, and the pick by LaRoche. It's usually not a great idea for a shortstop to back up, but Desmond had the arm, and he has a first baseman who can dig him out.
Yeah, you're forced to make nearly a flat-footed throw when you back up to play that short hop like Desmond does right here. He can get very little on the throw. You see just a little bit of a hop, got his shoulder turned toward first base, threw it in the dirt, but LaRoche with a nice pick on the other end. You could see how he really had to put a little extra on that throw.
Desmond can't get this ground ball as Soriano has his first hit. Bob, it's opening day, and we want to remember one of our good friends, Mike Hill, who was in charge of Wrigley Field security and had been in the Cub family for over 25 years. Mike passed away in December. Always came to work with a smile on his face and was beloved by everybody in this ballpark, and we want to give our condolences to his entire family, in particular his wife Kathy and their daughters Emily and Anna. Ian Stewart's 0 for 1. Also thinking about Jimmy Farrell as well. Jimmy's wife Eleanor passed away in December. They were married for 68 years. Jimmy, the long-time umpire room attendant here at Wrigley Field. We miss seeing them at the ballpark. Another swinging bunt for Stewart. Well, that's a risk, and it worked out for the Cubs as Ramos, not sure why he threw to second, but he did, and everybody's safe.
Well, we've heard that old cliche, trying to do just a little bit too much, and I think that's what happened with Ramos here. Thought he had an opportunity to maybe initiate a double play with a good throw to second. You could see from Soriano's slide, I believe he was going to be safe even with the good throw. Big break for the Cubs right there. Hopefully they'll be able to capitalize.
No error. It's a fielder's choice. And the Cubs finally have a runner in scoring position. Two 2-0 on Jeff Baker. Budweiser patio on the digital board. Jeff's trying to change those zeros a little bit.
He's probably wishing we could wait one more at bat till he gets a hit. I want to see all those zeros after your name.
It's the thing about April baseball. Those numbers change dramatically with every at bat, every inning pitched.
Well, if he gets a knock here, next time up, he'll have a 500 batting average, hopefully have an RBI.
Soriano takes off for third. Out on a great play by Ryan Zimmerman. That throw was in the dirt. Zimmerman dug it out and applied the tag. 2 down, 3-1 now on Baker.
Yeah, this is obviously Soriano running on his own. Felt he had enough of a jump that he could possibly steal third base because Ian Stewart didn't get a break off of first and is still over there with 2 outs now in the inning. Well, that's a nice play by Ryan Zimmerman to pick that ball out of the dirt and get the tag back down just in time. It's not always an easy play for the trail runner at first base, especially if you don't expect the guy at second to try to steal third base. If you have a speedster over there, you're always watching out of the corner of your eye.
Ball 4. You know, one thing is talking to Dale Swain. No, he's not telling Ryan Zimmerman how to catch that ball in the dirt, but a lot of times those guys, that glove goes way up. It's a natural instinct to have the glove go up, but he was able to get it right back down quickly. So Stewart now at second after the walk to Baker, and Marlon Byrd skies it foul. Talking about these low-scoring games here early today. Yeah, the wind conditions matter, but who's pitching matters too, and it is opening day, so you're going to get the best. Left field, and get down for a base hit, and the Cubs have the lead. Ian Stewart will score standing. A 2-out RBI single for Marlon Byrd.
Well, you said it, Len. Facing aces on opening day, it's not always going to be easy to generate offense. Little breaking ball right there, hit off the very end of the bat of Marlon Byrd, but finds grass out in front of Mark DeRosa, and the Cubs are on the board. Yeah, you'd like to come out guns blazing with the bats early in the season, but as you said, the reality of opening day is you're going to face somebody who was either a 20-game winner or had a low ERA or is projected to be the ace of the staff. It's not always easy to come by runs on opening day.
One and one to Soto. Cubs have been more patient the second time around, it seems, against Strasburg. Lined, and Zimmerman right there to make the catch. But the Cubs get the first tally. It's 1-0 after 4.
The American Garage. The temple of the tune-up. The Taj Mahal of overhaul. More of them count on AutoZone parts than ever before. But parts are just part of what we do. Our trusted advice and helping hands approach is everywhere. So, whether it's his place, her place, or the pro's place, parts are just part of what we do.
Get in the zone.
AutoZone.
Get the 20-piece McNuggets.
What?
That lovely girl caught your eye? 20-piece McNuggets are only $4.99. You offer to share them. A conversation begins.
That's pretty smart.
I've been around.
20-piece chicken McNuggets, only $4.99. Just one of the awesome tastes available only on McDonald's new extra value menu. The simple joy of being extra smart.
My joints had gotten a little stiff lately, and at first I thought I had to live with it because of pro football and just getting older. Then my doctor told me about joint juice. Now I have a bottle each morning. It tastes great, and it's easier to swallow than those big pills. See, the glucosamine and chondroitin lubricates and cushions the cartilage in my joints, so I can move more easily for whatever I'm doing. Or not doing. So join me for the Joint Juice Challenge and get back to doing what you love. Visit tryjointjuice.com to save up to $5.
Yes! Dude, we haven't hit legendary yet. We're only at the left. We still got the gem.
How I Met Your Mother, tonight at 8 East, 5 West.
You own the Tracy Jordan Institute for Black Karate. You wouldn't believe this, but that business failed.
30 Rock, today at 6 East, 3 West on WGN America.
It's not for the faint-hearted.
Hey fans, don't miss your chance to experience the hottest new area in Chicago sports. The all-inclusive Budweiser patio is now open at Wrigley Field. For more information and to purchase tickets for the 2012 Cubs season, call 773-404-4200 or visit Cubs.com/premier.
Underway in the 5th. Cubs got the first run on a Marlon Byrd RBI single. De Jesus will make the catch. Well, as we look around baseball, the domestic season openers, the A's and Mariners started in Japan last week. Kyle Loesch filling in for Chris Carpenter on opening day took a no-no into the 7th as St. Louis won the first ever game at Marlins Park. David Freese just kind of picked up where he left off. 2-run single in the first. He had 3 hits. Joey Votto, that's not a misprint, a 12-year deal, the longest in Major League history. Adds 10 to the previous deal he had. And Johan Santana is back and working on opening day, and he has a 1-0 lead over the Braves in the 7th. He went 5 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs. It'll be a no decision today as the Mets got their run in the 6th. They moved in the fences a little bit at Citi Field.
Probably not enough if you ask the Mets offensive players, but step in the right direction.
Play for Baker. Superfan Dorothy's got her front row seat right behind the visitors' dugout. Swing and a miss. Ball popped out of Soto's mitt, but Desmond right there.
Some good old country hardball that time from Ryan Dempster, just reared back. The fastball right down the middle of the plate, rattles around in that catcher's mitt of Giovanni Soto, but he's able to retrieve it and apply the tag for the out.
Nationals still with just 1 hit, even though they've had a couple of good chances because of some walks and an error. The first pitch of the game, Ian Desmond singled to right. That's been it. Handed by Baker. He'll flip to Dempster covering first. We're halfway home on opening day, and the Cubs lead Washington 1-0.
What? You got a dog?
Yeah, he's a rescue dog. Name's Wego.
What kind of name is that?
Call him.
Here we go.
No. Yep.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Here we go.
It's the sure sign of a good time. Just right taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
I have 2 products in front of you, and we're going to start with product X. This is a very affordable product that will help save you a lot of money.
I like it. I like it too.
This is product Y. This is a much more expensive product. You will not see a lot of savings with this one.
Harsh.
You chose Geico, and you did not choose their competitor. Was this your first car insurance taste test?
Do you have anything for a headache like Excedrin or Bayer aspirin? Oh, no, I'm not having a heart attack. It's my head.
This is made for pain.
Bayer Advanced Aspirin enters the bloodstream fast and rushes extra strength relief to the site of your pain.
Feel better?
Yeah. Thanks for the tip.
I'd like one of those desserts and some coffee.
Sure. Cake or pie? Pie. Apple or cherry?
Cherry.
Oil or cream?
Oil or cream?
Cream.
Some use hydrogenated oil. Ready Whip uses real dairy cream. Nothing's more real than Ready Whip.
We like to make winning your Social Security disability benefits as comfortable for you as we can.
We'll deal with the government. You have enough to worry about.
Lots of times you stay home and we work on the phone. Call 1-800-66-BINDER.
Baseball is back. Sunday at 2 East on WGN America.